Yay!
And applause.
We're back, baby!
That's how show starts.
Yeah!
Sound of the police.
And welcome to the very first hour of Adventurers Wanted Rebellion. Just so you know, this performance is a relaxed performance, which means that we have a relaxed attitude to sound and movement from the audience for the benefit of anyone who'd have difficulty staying still and silent for an hour. The lighting will stay just like this. There may be some music underlying, but there will be no sudden noises or bangs. And if you do feel like you need a break, please do feel free to leave the room and come back in. If you do need help with anything, contact, wave, catch the eye of our stage manager, Naomi, back there. And we're also joined this hour by the wonderful Tommy, who will be BSL sign interpreting this hour for us. Yay! So, onto the game then. So this is how it works. Each of these players has a unique character with their own traits that will interact with a world that I am controlling as the game master. I'll describe everything that happens, and they'll interact with the world and with each other, hopefully not too much, through dice rolls, mainly using an icosahedron or a d20. There, yes, that's me being... Nerd. Yeah, the tone is not that nerdy throughout. The story so far, so a bit of an odd one. We're on the first hour, but 5 years ago in game time, a horrendous calamity occurred to a country named Sirica, which bordered with a country named Deriland. Now, a Sirican Navy vessel was whipped up and sent off to a completely alternate reality. And for 250 hours, that was the story that we wove together here last year in real time in the Fringe. Keeping up, James?
Yeah.
Fantastic. This year, our story will be focusing elsewhere with the sister neighbouring country, Deriland. And we'll come to that in just a moment. But first, let's meet our players and their characters. So starting on my right, audience's left, please tell us your name, tell us your character's name, their pronouns, and give us a little bit about the character.
Sure. Hello, my name's Chris, and I'm playing Kess. Kess is a monk. She is probably not very fitting in this world because she's quite upbeat and quite happy all the time. Yeah, she is very good with her fists and a sword if she can find one. And yes, she, her.
Cool. My character is called Locke. My name's James, in case anyone cares. And
Incorrect.
Locke is a tiefling warlock who is trying to do some fighting by learning what the enemy is like, and it's gone horribly wrong, and now he's trying not to be evil.
Okay.
Trying really hard.
Hey, I'm Chaz, and I'm playing Kidmat John, who is a paladin, and he is a firebolg, which means that he is a 6.5-foot blue-skinned bipedal cow person. The best way to describe him. And
Blue?
blue-skinned, I think, right?
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's his skin choice.
And yes, he, him pronouns on Kidmat John, and he's just trying to get through the day. That's it. Trying to get through the day.
Hi, I'm Chloe. I'm playing Flair, who is a fire genasi bard, which means she's kind of dark red skin and she has fire instead of hair, so kind of big red candle as a person. And she also speaks with an accent, but it's fantasy New Zealand. So if it goes off at any point, that is a very conscious choice because of the fantasy
Oh boy,
accent.
it's great that we're sitting next to each other.
I know. It's going to go so well.
Okay.
So that's
Using my
Flair.
own voice.
Oh, and she, her.
Cool. So let's come into the game. If we can, I could use some devastating, sad music. Oh, fantastic! Thank you. I know you are. There we are.
Devastating.
I presume that was you out of character because you didn't have your silly accent.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Silly.
Yes, apologies to any Minnesotans on the stream.
And New Zealanders.
Okay.
And
So-
William Shatner.
So, 5 years ago, an ancient evil tore open space and time and decided to plonk itself right in the middle of Syrica and Deriland, right while they were having a war over the border anyway. They found the two armies depleted, the god that is, found the two armies depleted and ill-prepared and completely wiped the floor with them and went from there to conquering the entire planet that these two countries are based on. The sky, 5 years later, has turned a sickening tinge of red. Constant overcast, maroon clouds roll across it. The sun is rarely seen, and we centre in on the village of Holmwood, which is not quite a mountainous village, but halfway up, sort of built up around an inn, which was a stopping point between the mountains and Goldcrest, the capital, down south. This village has been turned into a mine, essentially. When the calamity happened, great rifts in the earth were torn, and they exposed, these rifts, a particular ore, which glows sometimes, and seems to have properties that I'm not going to divulge because the players shouldn't know. But our players' characters have been divested from all of their equipment.
Man,
Right. Okay.
Peas and
why
crackers.
wipe the weapons on if I've not got them?
To
And
screw with you, man.
have been sent into the mines to work for the current authoritarian government, which is basically a cult worshipping the god that created this situation. Now that god has disappeared, and the cult is left behind somewhat with a power vacuum, a little bit leaderless and without their greatest threat. And there are murmurings of rebellion amongst the people of the village of Holmwood. Nothing has happened yet. The days have passed the same as they always do, to and from the mine, back-breaking work, and then sleep and some food, not in that order. And then no breakfast, just the one meal a day. Those who are leading the cult quite happily, some might say complacently, lead the miners to and from the mines, and nobody seems to suspect a thing as these whispers go around. On this particular day, we find our four characters, whose names I fully forgot to write down because this is the first hour and I knew I'd get something wrong. We find our four characters working in the mine, their pickaxes in two of their hands, so you can decide between the four of you which two got those pickaxes. Two of them have instead the job of picking up the rocks and sorting them from useless rocks to useful ore vein. There are also four others there, two of them quite gruff chaps with pickaxes, Karen and Elan, and two others who you don't know who are just sorting through rocks. I'm just going to quickly grab names again. So you're Locke. Oh, thank you.
Well,
It's just a picture of a
who
horse.
who wants to be swinging pickaxes against walls? Because I'm not the strongest.
I'm not very strong either. I can sort things.
Oh, don't worry, I'm already going.
Yeah.
I mean,
You are.
I'm not strong, but
Are you stronger than me?
no.
Are you sure? No, you are. You are stronger than me.
Oh, well, in that case,
I mean, let me just
Hand
yeah,
me-
You're definitely stronger than me.
hand me the axe.
There you go.
Ooh,
good.
it's marginally less heavy in my hand.
And all the time it took you to decide that, you could have been mining.
Roll a strength check for me. So just to see. how you do.
17?
17. With your modifier.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're doing a pretty good job as Kidmat brings the pickaxe down on the wall. He automatically finds an ore vein. It's like you've been doing this for years now.
Oh, that's a big one.
Which you have. And the overseers that brought you down, there are maybe 10 of them that are looking after this particular group.
They slowly reverse up to us.
So I think that's because there's a door open at the back of the space.
I'll
for
go and
air.
close it.
They
the
slowly.
orc.
They slowly reverse up to you. Yeah. No, they don't. They slowly reverse away as they are happy with the fact that you're just getting on with your jobs like you have been for the last 4.5 years.
Right, I'll collect all these bits and then run them up because I'm quite fast.
Does anybody know any mining songs?
I mean,
Somebody
I'm
should
technically
write a
a bard.
mining song.
If I don't have any of my equipment, I'm guessing I don't have
hang
like my
on.
loot or anything.
Do you want to take
definitely
a
know
stab
one.
at that for us, Chadaz?
There was one.
Oh, that's a lot of ore. Look at all that ore coming out the ground, sometimes the walls. It's a lot of ore.
That's really
Look-
good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yay!
it's a song.
Locke's not very good at singing. He more talks in rhythm. Not rap. He's not very good at singing.
Right.
Just want everyone to know. Not having anything, okay?
This is a better mining day than yesterday. I didn't get half as much mining done.
As you're stood desperately trying not to pass pleasantries with Kid Matt, who is desperately trying to
Yeah.
pass pleasantries.
I am passing pleasantries with Kid Matt all the fucking day. We talk a lot, don't we?
The two sort of gruff lads from the town who are with you there, Karen and Elan, that I mentioned before, are starting to exchange glances, and they try and catch Kid Matt's eye.
Do I have something on my face, buddy?
Okay, and then they turn instead to Locke, and they go,
Now, I have a psychic gift. Can I read their minds?
you can roll an insight check to see if you can.
Oh, I'm quite
think my
proficient in
insight
that. I
would be
should have
better,
just
but
done that.
it's not. Oh, I got natural 20.
Natural 20.
Hey!
I did read their minds.
Or a critical success.
Yeah, oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
No, we're allowed to say that.
We're allowed to say natural 20 this year, apparently. Yes, indeed it
Yeah.
does. So, on our 20-sided dice, the 1 will mean an absolute failure, the 20 will mean an absolute success. So, you actually overheard Karen and Elan talking with some of the others last night, and you overheard them whispering. You recall them saying, "Tomorrow, I'm just going to do it, Elan. I can't do this any longer. I'm just going to take those minutes. I'm just going to smack one of them over the head. I can't. And Elan's like, where usually he would calm him down, Elan this time was, I'm with you. If you do something, I'm following.
That went a very different direction. I thought it was very kind of erotic to begin with, but
Thank you, James.
no, it was beautiful.
Just walking up behind you.
How many are there? I will give him a nod, kind of short, kind of like a.
3. So 3 cultists are guarding you, but you're aware that there are more guards guarding the actual mine as well.
In that case,
And just to set the scene as well for all of you, the mines beyond the little wall that you've been instructed to pick away at, the mines continue on sprawling and through the mountainside, and all of the village population that isn't part of the cult has been instructed to work in these mines.
right. The 2 guys, are they? Where are they in relation? So
3 guys, or the 2.
The 2 kind of winky
They're
guys.
right next to you. They're like they're not. They're one over from you because they were trying to signal to Kid Matt initially, and then when he was just
Oh, I'm coming. Sorry, guys. I think you're trying to tell me something, and I don't know what's going on.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to try and distract.
What's going on, guys? Hello.
Distract the 3 guys and try and get them so their backs are turned to these. So
how do you do that?
I'm going to. So are they just kind of like away from us?
Yeah, they're pretty much. One of them's just leaning up on a wall. One of them's just there flipping a dagger in his hand. The other one is pretty much staring at you. But it looks like brown study. It looks like he's actually thinking about dinner. He's there like.
In that case, I will turn to. I'll try and catch the eye and walk over to them, like just like give them a wave. And
Okay, so as you walk over to them, the one that was staring at you, sort of shakes himself out of his reverie, puts his hand on his sort of hilt and goes, "Get back to work!"
I need to talk to you.
Fine, what is it?
I have heard whisperings.
You have?
The 4 gentlemen in the next detail have been discussing things about you personally.
Me personally?
Yes.
Why is Locke Siri?
I'm sorry, I cannot help you with that at the moment. Please try again later. Do you want to roll deception?
Roll a deception check.
13.
That wasn't great, was it?
Oh, I got +5 to it.
How loudly is this conversation? This
With this little
particular
star
happening?
thing on here.
I mean, the cultist is not trying to lower his voice.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Is there the star thing? Does that mean I get...
No, that means you had proficiency with it.
Ah, okay,
So that'll be built in.
Yeah, it'll be written in.
Yeah, it's built in. It's built in.
Cool.
We try not to go into the maths of it too much.
That's fine. I love maths.
So this cultist, he exchanged a glance with his 2 fellows.
I'm
and he
trying
goes,
to kind of move around.
Which ones were they?
I lean in. I'm trying to turn their back to the guys with the pickaxes.
Okay.
That's how I'm just talking.
So you're just...
and moving around.
But
to
you're
like,
moving through them so that they...
Yeah, to walk.
Okay, roll a performance check, I'm going to say.
Equally as good.
Can I presume that we're carrying bags of ore in and out at the same time as all this is happening?
Yeah, so you'll be carrying bags of ore just to the cave mouth and then back again.
Yeah. Same.
Pretty
That's a lot of ore.
much. So you rolled a critical failure.
No,
right?
that's 7.
Or was that 7? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, that's my eyes. Okay, so 7. So
+5 is 12.
12.
Oh,
no.
he's not happy.
He sees right through you, and as you try and walk past him, he just stops you. He puts his hand on his chest and pushes you back a second and goes, "You get back to work. I'll deal with them." Which ones was it?
In that case, I'm going to use with this whole psychic thing I've got going on here.
Indeed.
Can I use it to help with these sorts of things?
No, it's just damage.
Is it just damage?
No. It's just a psychic bolt. Sorry.
Can I, with all my cow-like tact, wade into this conversation?
If you feel like Kidmat knows what's going on at this stage, then yes.
He's not dumb.
Okay.
He's just slightly naive.
I have no idea what's going on, and I'm just walking by carrying my ore.
Hey, buddy, I don't know if you've noticed, but I found a lot of ore. I'm going to need 2, 3
All
more
right.
guys on this. Can you go and get
The
somebody?
2 of you are getting very talkative. You need to roll a persuasion check.
Oop, that's cocked. Modified 20.
Modified 20. Okay.
Good dice.
He goes, and as he says the end of that sentence, he looks over your shoulder at the vein that you really managed to open up earlier.
If I hear this, can I also try and just be like, I'm making a big deal about how heavy it is and how much I'm having to carry and trying to sell that?
Okay, fine. Roll a performance check.
I mean, like, I know he's already...
Yeah, I know.
I could really mess this up. Oh no, modified 20.
Between the 2 of you, like the one guard, one of the cultists sort of glances at the other and has this flash of greed behind his eyes, and the other one looks a little bit concerned, and they go, "Right, you stay here. We're gonna go and get some more people."
If she looks like she's struggling, I'm helping her with her ore.
I am,
Of course.
because I
Probably
can,
am in
I can psychically talk to people, but I'm going to just say, prepare yourself. We're going to escape.
Mate, I've got an intelligence score of 8. What you get then is me turning to you and going, "What?"
Okay.
And so that's whilst you're coming to help me. You're just...
So 2
What
of
was
the
that?
guards turn their backs.
Didn't say anything.
Was that escape? What was that?
Okay. At that point,
What did you
the
say?
3 hang on. The 3 cultists now really prick their ears up at what you've said there, and Karen and Elan take the initiative.
About time, Kellen and Ian.
Karen,
Not today.
and they turn and just swing their pickaxes in at the first chap. Can I get everybody to roll initiative, please?
I don't have any weapons or any aggressive spells.
I'd forgotten you were doing Fantasy New Zealand.
Oh.
All I've got is a pickaxe and a winning personality. What am I adding to this?
Oh, Dex.
Okay. What'd you get?
17.
17. You've got
20.
I am cursed on initiative rolls. in
21.
every game I
Ah, very good.
21 because you're a monk.
Correct.
You know,
Unfortunately, you don't know what's going on at the moment.
I've tried to.
The wall's over there.
I've tried to abbreviate your names so that I didn't have to write your full names, but 3 of you have names that start with CH.
My name. Oh,
Yeah.
Chris, Jazz.
James.
James.
You're special.
Okay, so my cultist rolled a natural 20.
Great.
Oh, come on!
Come on,
Third
Elan,
20
pull your
you got.
socks up.
It's the second, I think.
Feels like more.
Okay.
Feels like persecution. Let's rebel against the DM.
Okay. Please don't.
He doesn't control us.
So, did you get a modified 20 or natural 20?
No, I got 19.
You got 19? Yeah. Oh, I thought you got 20. So, in which case I go first, then Chris. Right, got it. Cool. So the cultists, unfortunately, see this coming. Massively see this coming.
See what coming? I'm not doing anything.
Just because you said escape, and as soon as you say the word escape, they draw their daggers and they prepare themselves to
Daggers?
fight. Daggers.
Guys,
mate.
guys, whoa!
Ceremonial curved blades. But to be honest, a dagger is scary when you're unarmed.
No, it isn't. I'm a monk.
Okay, well, I play music.
Hang on.
That's what I've got.
They score a 19 and a 20, which I can only assume will hit a commoner. No, I'm not going to check. Forgive me for that.
It's very classist of you.
Commoners have an AC of 10. It's fair.
Yeah. I know off the top of
Hey,
my head.
geez, if you're coming at me with that dagger, I'm afraid I'm going to have to go ahead and take your head right off your shoulders, Betty.
And because you're right there, one of them attacks you as well. He actually only rolls a 10.
No.
So he comes in with the dagger. He comes in with the dagger, and how do you dodge this? Because you don't exactly have armor on.
I move just nimbly to one side, perhaps distracting him with my tail, which I have.
Hashtag tail reveal.
What a twist! Meanwhile,
First of many twists involving my character.
Meanwhile, Keren and Elan have turned with their pickaxes and swung towards the cultists, but the cultists have moved quicker and brought their blades up, and in a move that looks so similar that they must have practiced it in a military sort of fashion, they just stab into the guts of these two guys, and these two gruff guys who are, for all intents and purposes, leading the rebellion at this point, have been stabbed. It is now your turn.
Right. Well, that's not
Kes.
on. Thank you. That is not on. So can I interpose myself between the cultists and the guys and go, whoa, guys, chill.
Not really. Their blades are in the guys, and they're
Can I
sort of-
shove them out of the way?
You
as
can
I
shove
get
one of
in-
them out of the way. Yes.
Lovely.
That would be. We're going to call that a grapple check because that's a charge attack. So either athletics or acrobatics. Ooh, it's not a good roll.
Double check my abilities here.
That is an 11.
An 11. Well, I rolled a 7. So
So a shove is an attack. So I push him out of the way with a shove, and then take patient defense and go. Just try and ward everyone off and go. Okay, let's all calm
is patient defense is your bonus action. Is that right?
Okay, Blue,
Okay,
you
cool.
know me.
So Kez tries to interpose himself.
Kes, her.
Kes herself. Sorry, my bad. Kes tries to interpose herself and pushes one of the cultists out of the way, off of either Karen or Elan.
Let's go with Keren because my
Keren.
name starts with K and my name starts with K.
Fair play.
That's how you would have decided it.
That is exactly how I would have
Yeah.
decided
Hey,
it.
my name starts with K too. That's great.
Which brings
I've got
us
a
to
K in
Flair.
my name.
Okay, so
Oh, sorry,
no,
no,
so
it
no.
doesn't. It brings us to Locke. My
oh
bad.
yeah, sorry, I'm just after you. I was only
Yeah,
17.
yeah.
It's okay.
I
I'm
was
just
4.
warming up, guys. It's
Fine.
early.
It's very early in the morning. It's fine. It's not. It's almost 11.
Still morning.
It's early in Fringe time.
Are these guys quite
It's early for running
just
combat.
for my own? Like, just are these quite hardy? Will I have to modify a spell if I want to do serious damage?
They look like you could probably take. Like each of them looks like you could probably take them.
In that case, I'm pretty ticked off that this one's trying to stab me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do some psychic damage uponst it.
Okay. Roll an attack roll for me, please.
Can I increase the damage a bit? I don't know what this backlash will do, but I want to find out the hard way.
Absolutely. So what we'll do is we'll roll for the attack first, then we'll roll for the backlash.
Okay, so it's just +5 then. No, never mind. I actually don't want to.
9. Okay, so you can you describe to us your psychic bolt for us?
My eyes gloss over, well, just turn black for a second as I stare with intense hatred at this man in front of me.
Okay.
There's a kind of, I think, kind of electricity in the air that you can't really, but no one else would probably be able to tell what I've done.
Sure.
Apart from the guy who's now got a slight headache.
Sure. And he looks a little bit confused at you, but the awe around you in the mine starts to thrum and hum, and you feel your own brain sort of just wobble a little bit, which isn't a good thing. Roll a weird backlash saving throw, our first one.
What's
so
that?
You'll want your D20, and you'll want to add your spellcasting modifier and proficiency, so the same as you would for an attack.
So a backlash is when you do
19.
something and Twitter
Okay.
gets mad at you.
Yes, it is. You've beat the score, so you're fine for now. But you do feel like you need to be careful with your magic.
I just lost control for a second.
Okay.
And very badly as well.
Okay, so nothing has happened to the cultists so far. So, Flair.
I think you'll find one has been shoved.
Okay.
Shoved. They've been shoved, you're right. I do apologize.
One man will have to take some ibuprofen later.
How close am I to, like, are there any cultists I have a clear line of sight to?
Absolutely. So, since you were carrying the ore back and forth, you're actually sort of lateral with the two that are stabbing Karen and Elan.
Okay.
You can't get a good view of the one that's stabbing Elan, because then Kess interposes herself.
But Karen, the one,
But the one that's
Karen.
attacking Karen, the Kess has just shoved. So the one that just got shoved, you can see.
And a quick question. I assume that because I have flames instead of hair and I've been mining for so long, I would know whether, like, the rocks around here are flammable in any way.
I would say that they are flammable. The ore does react a little, but the cultists have also clocked this, and they do not want explosive cave-ins. So they have taken you to an area with a quite high ceiling, so as to keep your hair away from the ore.
But I mean, I've been carrying the ore.
Yeah, quite like away.
Okay, right.
You just-
She doesn't really have like aggressive spells. There's not much she does, and she's also not that wise.
Oh,
so I think,
cinnamon
out
and
of
gravy.
instinct, what she does is holds the ore over her head in the flames, and then throws it at the one that she has line of sight to.
Makeshift fireball.
Sure.
Sure.
And it's all just with a kind of sound of ah!
Roll your attack. So that'll be with your dexterity modifier, but not your proficiency bonus.
Okay, I'm not proficient at throwing.
I'm gonna say no.
Oh, that's a 13.
Oh, you might have hit.
Let this dumb weapon work.
And unfortunately for Guess, patient defense does nothing against AoE damage. Yeah, 12 is their AC, so you have hit.
Half an hour before you
2d6
cause friendly
damage.
fire damage.
2d6.
A new record for Clem.
Hey, 12!
12. So Kess,
I'm so sorry, guys.
can you roll no, I'll be fair. Can you roll a dexterity saving throw for me?
Can I, if I spot that, like if I see that she gets
17.
hurt,
17, okay.
okay, I still want to use my bonus action, and can I say that it was part of the sound to
Right, we'll
give
get there.
her bardic inspiration?
Does that inspire you, Kess?
Well, I rolled a 17 on the saving throw. Is that enough?
Okay,
to be
so
fine?
what happens is the rock strikes the cultist in the chest and erupts. You manage to turn, you see it coming. You turn, you take 6 damage rather than 12.
Sorry!
As and it's mostly splinter damage as this sort of erupting sort of green fire engulfs the cultist's chest. When the smoke... This is why we don't smoke down here! When the
I can't help it!
She's always smoking.
When the
Is she? Oh, her head, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the smoke
Yeah.
Right banter.
when the smoke clears, the cultist's chest has been torn open, its ribs splintered, their ribs splintered, and gore is just pouring out of the front of the body.
Ugh.
And they just their body spins and they hit the floor very much dead.
And those sounds are in character. She's, I didn't mean that.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the first confirmed kill of Adventurers Wanted Rebellion.
Also,
I've got a feeling I know how all my attacks are going to be from now on.
Also the first friendly fire.
Yay.
It's fine, it's fine.
So there's one cultist left.
No, there were two.
One on me.
There were two. This
one-
guy's dead.
I'm pretty sure.
How
There's one
loud
on
was
James and
how
one on
loud
Leon.
was
I
the,
back up a bit as well.
I mean, it was loud, yeah. It was
I want to
incredibly
back up
loud.
from the nearby cultists, just in a kind of, I've drawn attention to myself, haven't I, kind of
It
way.
was loud in the way that a splintering rock would be loud.
Okay.
But it was
I
not
have no reference.
exactly.
for that.
But this is exactly why I'm being noodly about it, because we're in a mine. It actually sort of blends into
Okay,
it.
cool.
However, there is a lot of shouting and screaming going on, mostly coming from you, Flair.
Hey,
Yes.
easy,
Sorry.
my turn.
It is now your turn, isn't it?
Okay, so there are two cultists. In
No,
here?
it's not. It's Karen's turn.
Oh,
Karen and Elan. So
My
they're
apologies.
actually going to get their attacks finally. Both of... No, Elan hits. So
That's my boy. Well done.
one do 4 damage. Sorry, this is the really interesting bit where I roll dice with myself.
I love that calling.
Not gonna make the joke I was just thinking.
Thank you, James. Thank you for sparing us that. Okay, they swing their pickaxes. Karen's pickaxe, it's understandable why it missed, because when he went to swing, suddenly the guy he was swinging at is shoved out of the way and then exploded.
I hate it when that happens.
Elan manages to catch a cultist in the thigh and does a significant amount of damage. The cultist now bleeding from their leg quite heavily. Which brings us around to Kidmap finally.
So is there a cultist in front of me?
No. So what you've got is you've got one in sort of melee with Kess and Elan and Karen, and you've got one in melee with James, and then off to your right you've got Flair, who's just screaming and carrying rocks.
Cool. So I'm going to deal with that later. I'll go to the one engaging with Locke, just walking up with my pickaxe.
Okay.
You could have been nicer to people. Now I'm afraid you'll have to die.
Paladins, eh?
Now, considering that I'm holding a weapon,
Okay.
and it's a two-handed weapon,
It's a simple weapon though.
but I'm holding it with two hands.
He's a
Okay.
simple man.
What
wanna-
do you want
I just want to make sure that applies now.
no, it's not a great weapon.
Okay, fair
It's
enough.
not great.
But can I imbue it with divine energy?
Yes, you can do.
There we go. I'm afraid you'll have to die.
Like a lightsaber.
You can choose to deal
like
2d8
pickaxe.
radiant damage.
Okay, so
I'm afraid you'll have to die.
so how does your radiant damage sort of visually appear to the rest of the party?
You know what? You can't go wrong with a classic radiant damage look. Nice white glow.
White glow to
Can't
the
go wrong with
pickaxe.
it.
All
Very
right, cool.
classic.
Well,
Classy.
Classic, but like super bright as well. It's not like a yellowy bright light. It's like a sun lamp. It's like that real
Yeah.
powerful
And
white.
in a mine,
We want
that's
to draw
really
attention to
helpful.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm afraid you'll have to die.
Smack. Roll an attack roll.
Going on. Roll an attack roll. What am I adding to this?
Strength modifier. Oh, and you'd be proficient with simple weapons. So yeah,
So
proficiency
plus
as well.
5, yeah.
That's why he's so good at pickaxes.
11?
11 actually just misses.
In that case, I'm going to take my bonus action and be like, nah, I'm going to try this again later. Bye-bye, and turn invisible. Because I could do that as a bonus action.
As a furbolg, he can.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Great.
It's only
Fine,
once.
fine. So what everybody sees
Oh, jeez, I'm going to try this again later. Bye-bye.
is Kidmat runs up to the cultist. Oh, sorry, just strolls up to the cultist, misses entirely to the left, and then goes bye-bye, disappears. That's what you see from your paladin. Which brings us back around to my cultists, I think.
Oh, no.
There are
Well, I
only
haven't
two
done
of
any
them
damage
alive.
yet, but
One
when
of them
I
is
do, it's gonna be a
Yeah. So, I'm going to say they're both going to try and run, thanks to the explosive death of their friend.
Hey, if they start to run, do I get an attack of opportunity?
Yes, but you won't be invisible anymore.
That's fine.
So you two get attacks of opportunity on one of them, and then you won't, but you'll get an attack of opportunity on one of them if you want.
Attack opportunities, they've got to be weapon attacks, haven't they? Not magic attacks.
Yes. Yeah, melee attacks.
Okay.
Do you want me to go first, buddy? See how that
Yeah,
works
you go
out?
first, it's fine.
I'm going to try that Divine Smite again. I think it will be great.
Okay, you only get that a few times a day, you realise, yeah?
Yes, I know. There's not much time left.
Oh yeah, you're leaving us, yeah. I'd forgotten that.
There we go. A 21 will
21 will
probably hit.
definitely hit.
Okay, so what am I rolling for the standard damage?
1d4,
Okie dokie.
plus your strength modifier,
Okay.
and then plus 2d8 radiant.
Okay, here we go. Plus my strength modifier, so that's 6 standard damage.
Yeah, this guy's dead.
And 5 radiant damage.
So 11 damage, yeah. So what happens is...
I'm not dead.
oh, go on.
If he basically he runs away, and as he's running, one of his eyes just like jumps out, and then
Oh.
Kid Matt fades into vision, and he's just put the pickaxe through the back of his head.
Lovely.
And his eyes on the front of it.
Cheers for that. So...
Before the watershed.
Is this something that Flair can see?
Yeah.
Okay. She vomits a little bit. I just rolled a con save
Yeah,
for her, and she did not do well.
That's definitely fair.
And then with my free action, can I just turn to the other guy?
He's already running away, but yeah, he's definitely running away now. So Kidmat appears, his pickaxe, through the cultist, and you also have to do a little bit of work to get the thing
jeez,
out.
come out of there now.
Attacks of opportunity, so you didn't get an attack of opportunity on that guy,
It's fine.
unless you want to flog a dead horse.
No, there's no joy in that for me.
Fair enough. Kess.
So, hang on. That's in character. Hang on. One's running away. Two have been killed.
Two have been killed.
Okay, right. And one's running away.
Yes.
Well, so we win. Yay! No
Running
attack
away
opportunity.
immediately. So you're not taking an attack of opportunity. Fantastic. So
Oh,
We
hey,
did
that
it.
guy's getting Hey, I'm
so
not
he
done
runs.
with you, buddy.
He runs 30 feet away. We've got screaming all the time. By the way, he's help, help.
Oh, should I have stopped him? Sorry.
Yeah, that would have helped.
Should I go and stop him now?
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Can you?
Yeah, I have 40 feet of movement. I just run up after him and just tackle him from the back.
Tackle.
Well, I'm hitting as I go down.
Okay, so you're not tackling. You're smacking.
Interesting. I can't grapple someone down. It's not that ability. I think I'm just running up, sort of, hey, whoa, woo, and then if he doesn't stop, just in the head.
Okay, well, they're definitely not going to stop. So roll your punches.
Thank you. That one definitely misses. It's not one, but one is a 23
23. Fantastic. So that will hit.
for lovely 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage.
I'm trying to knock him out.
Okay, non-lethal.
Yeah.
So you land an incredible haymaker on this guy's face, and he spins, and his momentum continues to carry him forward.
Can I, as a haymaker, Cosmonk, can I bam, whoop, and grab his collar as he falls?
What is that mechanically? Because
Just making sure he doesn't fall on his face.
he's not going down. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, well then, if he's not down, then I'll flurry of blows and hit him again.
Okay.
Amongst the attack a lot.
I only need to attack once. I get the
That is a nat 20, so
After you missed the first time.
Yeah,
10 points of damage on top of that.
He.
Critical hit.
Yeah.
Critical hit.
This is like, I'm tempted to say, even if you asked for non-lethal, like, he's dead.
Oh, but I didn't want to hurt him.
Because I mean, his full hit points was 9,
But
and he was on 1.
Oh, but I really...
So you've taken him down to like a -12 or
Yeah,
something. And if you want to knock him out, you can knock him out.
I think it's the haymaker knocks him to the side, and then it's just a quick uppercut to the chin, and he's down and go, ah!
Yeah.
Got him! No one can hear us now.
Quiet.
So has anyone been...
Sorry. Still getting the hang of this.
Random question. Has anyone been stabbed?
Elon Musk and Kessler Flodockle have.
Do I smell?
Yes.
Hey, buddy, that's
we
a
all
nasty
smell.
stab wound you
But
got
it's a
over
musk.
there.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a nasty stab wound you got over there, buddy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think we should prepare ourselves.
I've heard worse.
It's fine. Let me take a look at
I
that.
think you
Lay
did
on
my
hands.
Okay.
I think
How
we
much do you
should
heal?
prepare ourselves.
Lay on hands. I heal.
I'm running back. Dragging the
equal
guy
to my
back.
Paladin level times
Hang on,
5. So I have a pool of 15 hit points.
So just to top.
Um,
So how much do you want to do? How much do you want to give him?
Will it take away all of them if I heal him to top? Or more than half?
Less than half.
Less than half? Yeah, just top him up.
But I mean, give me a number, because you don't know how many hit points he's taking.
I don't know. 7?
Okay.
Is that what you want, you monster?
Yes. Yes, that is what I wanted.
Wait, we need to prepare for what?
We were very loud then. Sorry, we were very loud then.
I'm dragging the guy back, and
Can I have perception checks for everyone while you're dragging, especially you while you're
I'm
dragging
not
the guy?
good at
that is a critical failure. That is a nat 1. So
Fine.
That is a
I'm
12.
4.
That is an 8.
We're busy discussing how we should be alert rather than actually being alert.
guys,
Yeah.
I brought him back. He's not dead.
Okay.
Oh, I can fix that. Okay.
No. Why are we killing people?
Sorry, I thought this was the whole like forward arc of this.
Yeah, I think we're
Guys, I think we should talk about it before we start killing people. It seems a very strong thing to do, decision to make.
Okay, fine. I'll just look over here. Can I roll another perception check?
Yeah, sure. So you go to the mouth of the particular cave that you're in,
18.
and you see that there are indeed. You got 18. I would say seven guards
Is that the exit that way?
towards the exit. You can either go deeper in, or these 7 guards, and they are kitting themselves up. They're having a chat. What you can see is they're like, "Did you hear someone say help? I think someone said help. We should probably go in and
I'm
help.
just going
Well,
to-
you go first." That kind of thing.
deeper in the mind.
Trying to make it
Deeper
look as
in the
leisurely
mind.
as possible, I power walk back to the group.
Can I wake up the dude on the ground?
Power back.
Hello?
That's a real bad idea.
Hang on.
Well, guys, we need to get out of here. And by out of here, I don't mean that way. I mean we need to go this way because there's a lot of stuff going on there. We don't want to get involved.
Roll a medicine check.
Not good. That is an 11.
Guy's been out for like 10 seconds. You can't. He's not coming to.
I think we just leave this fella here.
Yeah.
If you want to leave him alive, I'm against it, but sure.
But why? He seems like he was just doing a job.
Look, if you say
Leo,
we should.
just between you and me, can I psychically kill him before we leave without them realising what I've done?
He has
Without
like,
them realizing, I don't know. I'd get them to roll for it. But I mean, you could definitely kill him psychically.
I'm going to wait till we've started to go, and then I'll turn around when I'm 30 feet away, and then kill him.
Right, if you were saying that we need to like go, then I think we should do that sooner rather than
Yes.
later.
Let us leave. Let us leave now and with great haste.
Don't worry, guys. I'll be with you every step of the way. Here we go.
So
Hang on. Why are we going that way?
Because there's bad dudes the other way, so
But that way doesn't go anywhere.
I'm sure there's more than one exit.
Okay.
I mean, you would know that there is more than one exit. You
No,
Okay.
no, I wouldn't.
no. I that's why I turned my body to Chaz.
There's more than one exit.
Oh right. Okay.
Let's go this way.
Yeah, let's go now.
Do-do-do-do.
Okay,
Mr.
so these
Guard.
2 run off.
Ladies first.
Thank you.
Can I have a perception check with disadvantage?
Sure. That is a 5.
Okay, you may now, without punity, kill the man.
Do I have to roll for this?
You get advantage. He's on, I guess.
Well, that's 20.
You've
and
hit
that's-
Yeah.
That's 23.
Okay, yeah, you've hit him. Roll your damage. He's I mean, you don't need to roll damage. He's
Oh,
dead.
can I?
Let's see how much his brain bleeds out of his nose.
5.
Yeah, so indeed the man begins to bleed from the ears and the nose and the eyes. And
Tried to stab me.
he's definitely dead. You've
I
killed
know it
him.
wasn't that one that tried to stab me, but I.
There's a lot happening.
Yeah.
There's a lot in the mix.
I didn't get to kill anyone, so.
Oh, I see. Cultists all look the same to you. That's what you're saying.
Yes. Cultist lives matter.
So
No. just no.
Let's leave that.
Let's roll for Twitter backlash. No, that's not good. That's a 6.
oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, my brain. Ooh.
So
Hashtag fire Benison.
further down into the mines you go. Up ahead, you can hear the clinking of another group's work against the lines, and you know that they're going to have guards with them. The path forks left and right. Can you remember which way to go? Who's got a good intelligence score?
I have.
Do you want to roll?
I'm actually kind of intelligent. Is this like a history?
I'm actually kind of intelligent 5 minutes earlier.
Oh no! It was so nearly a 22, but it was an 8.
You're a little bit
Maths.
preoccupied with the fact that the tunnels are getting lower and lower, and you've seen what your hair does to the ore.
Right.
Can
Okay.
Can I roll a perception check to hear where the noise of the group is coming from?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't even need to do that. It's coming from the left-hand fork.
Okay, do you want to fight some more guards?
Right, so guys, what are we doing?
Elon, do you remember the way?
Elan. Elan is my name.
Sorry, I've got a
You've
tiefling
already said that I
accent.
smell.
Hey, buddy, you've been stabbed as well. To the other one.
So Elan turns and goes, Karen, do you know the way? And Karen goes, yes. So down here, that'll lead us to the greater mines. There are more people there we could save. And the more people we come out the front entrance with, the easier the fight will be. Or we can just try and sneak through this way and get past the front entrance sneakily.
No, I'm all up for saving people. Let's just go that way.
I say we help all the people. Should I be talking more quietly? Oh,
I'm gone, mate. I'm there. I'm walking.
Yeah, okay, so Kit...
running after him.
I follow as quickly as I can, but like steadily crouching more and more to not touch
Sure,
the top.
roll an athletics check.
Oh, okay.
I'm quite resistant to
Oh,
fire.
18.
Okay, fine.
I'm quite resistant to fire damage, so I'll come and put like a... try and... I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to walk that by.
It's fine.
So I want to see what's going to happen.
Flair didn't skip leg day, and she's able to crouch walk quite a while.
Yeah.
Somebody pressed in the left stick.
Yeah, exactly. As Kez and Kidmat lead the way further down into the tunnels. And can I get a perception check from you all, please?
7.
Hey, I also got 7.
Ah.
I also got 7.
I got 14.
Oh!
Why boo? Why boo? Just want to say the optics of 4 men booing a woman on stage are not great.
We're booing you for being
me with my
successful,
commentary.
Chloe.
We're booing
your
success and dice. That's what we were booing.
Because
Okay,
if we all roll 7, we get to collect an extra £100 when we pass go. That's the rule.
Yes, that is the rule.
Okay.
So, yes,
So you
14.
see a group ahead of you. One of the people mining, not mining, sorry, one of the people traveling ore back and forth is actually a guy that you know from the village. His name is Josiah. And as you see, he just sort of somehow, you notice a pebble go down his sleeve. And then he stoops as if his leg's cramping a little bit, and he goes, oh, and catches the pebble coming out the bottom of his tunic, his shirt, and then he tucks it into his trousers pockets. You get the impression that this guy is stealing ore for some reason.
Ooh.
Or another.
Okay.
Or another. Yeah, aren't I,
I mean,
amazing?
when-
Around this place, there are 5 guards. These ones slightly more heavily, armored than the ones that you took out because they're somewhat more detached from the main gate.
What
Yeah.
are we doing?
They've got some armor. They've got swords with
And
them.
I know Josiah. He's not like
You know
best
Josiah.
buds or
No,
anything,
no.
but I know who he is.
He's a crazy guy.
Oh, okay.
He's woo-hoo. He's a little bit. You don't know. You don't ever know what's
He's
wrong
a
with
crazy
him.
guy in
but
a mine.
Yeah.
boy, there's ore in them mountains.
He is exactly that. He's the old prospector.
for gold, but it's just his ore.
Okay, so have I come up, because I ran off first, am I coming out into this thing with the 5
So
cards?
you're coming out into this thing. The order will be probably Kess. You can overtake him if you want.
Hey, what should I do?
I've got an idea, so when something bad happens, just start punching.
Gotcha. Should I go first?
No.
Specific.
I've got an idea.
I feel like we want more of a plan. There wasn't much of a plan last time.
It's all right. I'm very good at punching things.
It's okay. Can
A
I
wise
just
old
walk up
man
to one
told
of
me.
the guards?
It's fine.
Sure, you can walk up to one of the guards.
And can I go,
Immediately as you appear, he draws his sword. You shouldn't be here. I run and punch him.
hey, we've been,
That's why you need a clearer plan.
can I just lean, can I,
Yeah, you get more words out than "Hey, we."
yeah. Hey, buddy, we've been sent to go further in. Apparently there's been a cave-in. Don't worry, it's okay. Cast touch modified to do more damage.
Do you still run in and punch?
The moment that the guy pulled his sword, I was running in and punching.
Okay, so roll your attack damage. Sorry, roll your attack
Yes, I shall roll my attack. Let me just
with advantage because you're right up on him.
because I'm right up on him. Well, it is touch.
Yeah.
With advantage. Let's see what I get. What mod am I putting onto this?
Is this your spell class?
Yeah.
Spellcasting.
Oh, it's a +5.
Plus 5. 21.
And this is divine, is it?
This is divine. This is touch divine.
21. 21 will definitely hit. Yeah. So you roll
Forgive
one
us
roll
damage.
damage.
Yep. What damage am I rolling?
Forgive us
Oh,
divine.
and I modified it as well.
Well, you need to tell me beforehand.
I did. I said I modified it.
He did.
Okay,
He
you
did
did.
say
Okay,
that.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Okay, no, my bad. Roll
It's
your
what-
backlash thing.
What's that?
So that'll be
D20.
the same bonus. So 5,
19.
19. You're fine.
Cool. In that case, I will do my, I believe, 2d10.
Okay.
2d10 damage, because I'm hoping to knock him out in one go. A 10. I did 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay. The guy, and I'm just going to give you this for free. So what happens? What? Actually, roll an attack. You need a 16.
Well, I've critted, and
Okay.
the second hit also was pretty gnarly. I'm saying it's a flying foot.
Okay, so this is what happens.
Don't do a flying foot.
This is what happens. Kidmet comes out and says what he says and grabs the guard's arm, and this white hot fire begins to travel up the guard's face.
Whoa!
And then as the spell ends, the guard is there and about to attack you, this fury in his eyes, his flesh searing,
Can I
and then
just do
suddenly
this?
out of nowhere, a flying Kess lands a foot right in the guy's face, and he is just downed.
Gentlemen, now would be
At
a great time
which-
to drop your weapons.
And none of them do.
Okay,
They all
doing this the
hang
hard way.
on. All of them draw their swords, and you can hear from behind you that there are more coming, following you down. And that is where we're going to leave our first hour of Adventurers. That's the exact feeling that you need at the end of one of these hours. So thank you very much for coming. Yeah. Thank you, Leah. Thank you. Feel free to come back. Like I said, we're doing 100 hours of this, so 4 hours for the next 25 days, minus 1 now. And see where the story goes. If you can't make it here, we are actually live tweeting, if you're on Twitter, the entire adventure at Adventurers250. We're on the Twitch stream. Hello, Twitch, twitch.tv. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. We also have a Patreon account. If you really liked what we do, go and check out what we do there. We do this every month, and we do one-off sessions to get people into playing the game as well, if you're brand new. I'm just going to quickly hand over to our wonderful players to see if they have anything they want to plug.
I'm not doing any of the other shows but this, but I'm just going to plug other shows at the Fringe that are good. So I'm going to plug for now My Left Nut, which is at Summer Hall. I think it's 1:30 every day. It's definitely a daytime show. I know, I'm doing great at this plugging. But it is by a phenomenal actor, Mick Campbell, and it's this beautiful, funny, semi-autobiographical kind of piece about both, coming of age, death of a father, and having a testicle that swells up to the size of a Coke can.
Cool.
But it's such a good show.
Cool. Yes, I'm doing a lot of things. In fact, I'm running off to do one at the moment. So I'm in a play which is called Courtroom Play, a courtroom play. It is a play set in a courtroom, and it is on at Pleasance Dome at 12:25. But the other thing I'm doing, I'm in a sketch act. We're called Dirty White Boys. Our show this year is called Manners. It is a pay-what-you-want show, so it's free to get in. And we are on at Just the Tonic at the Caves at 10 past 10 at night. And it's a really funny show, and people seem to like it, so you should come and see it.
James.
My show's not for you.
He says that because it's for children.
Are any of you here on
He's
the
not
13th and 14th of this month? Then come and see, I'm doing a mashup of Beauty and the Beast and Fight Club. So come and see that. It's at 9:30 at the Other Suite venue.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, Beast Club.
Okay,
Yeah.
Chris,
Sure.
anything?
My name's Chris Hislop. I'm a freelance PR, so I do a lot of work on a lot of shows up here. Best to go to my website to see what I'm working on. It's myname.com, chrishislop.com. And I tend to work on quite culty anarchic things. There's quite a lot of different things throughout the Fringe. You're more than welcome to come along.
Fantastic. If you would like to stay for the next hour, then you're more than welcome, but you will need a fresh ticket. Thank you very much.
Yeah.